video by the Detroit Cobras.
Cha-Cha Twist.
Twist.
Yeah. We got a great show going on tonight, too. We're highly happy tonight.
Damn in the house.
Yeah. And Josie Pace.
And your boys, Ken Roberts, Mark Damian. Those boots.
I love yours.
Thank you.
So we're going to have a boot swap right now.
I have something weird.
Something weird.
Yeah.
There we go.
This tape on my foot.
We're getting there. Wait till we bring out that male entertainment.
What's under here?
Oh my God! It's fake! Oh, I thought we were gonna see
You can see mine.
Oh, you can see Ken's. Can you see Mark?
Almost.
No.
He's teasing. Mark is teasing. But you guys look really coordinated and good. Did you plan this or did it
Always.
Always in
Okay.
It's always this one. He always plans
I'm the
it.
fashion.
Are you the guru?
Kelly, you know me.
Did you accessorize everybody and everything?
Yes.
Like you made.
I make
you
sure
told
that
her to wear
everyone.
these rings and
It's
stuff.
all.
Oh, these are my signatures.
Yeah.
The memo says wear black.
Black with zippers. You guys all have
Zippers,
rips and
black.
zippers and
Zippers and everything.
It's a
Well,
good vibe going on here.
I grew up in the age of when rock stars were rock stars, and
I did.
well, I remember like the first concert I ever went to was 1983. I saw David Bowie at the Kobold. We were just talking about Kobold.
Wow, that was
Yep.
the first concert.
First
you ever
concert,
went to?
1983.
That
I was
blew your
12
mind.
years old. Well, I just dated myself, but I saw David Bowie play,
Wow.
and I remember seeing him on stage and going, I will never be that cool. Like, that guy walked on stage and he just, like, I want to be him.
Yes.
And a lot of musicians nowadays just don't do that. Even if I go see a local band, I don't care what you're doing or what kind of music you're doing. If
Look
you
like you belong on stage.
Yeah, look
Well,
like
you
you
know
belong on
me.
stage.
That's how I feel about
Absolutely.
it. Every time I
Absolutely.
step out, I'm like stepping out. Like,
Yeah, you
because
should walk
only
on
got
stage.
one shot.
Everybody's
Like,
gotta know you're there.
If you're on stage, you
Right,
should be
yeah.
the coolest person in that room.
well, and even like if I'm going to a bar just to see,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
you know, like I usually try to dress.
Yeah.
I want people to see me.
I'm in
You
the
know?
audience and I'm cooler than you and you're on stage, you're not doing your
That's
job right. So you
So
should
true.
and it doesn't mean you have to look like David Bowie. You have to be flamboyant. You have to wear ripped pants or black or anything like that. Because
gotta
you can
make
be
an effort.
you know I love like Jeff Buckley and Ryan Adams and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You can be different, but you can still command that kind of performance or command that kind of respect on stage when you walk on stage and just be like, holy cow, this guy controls the room. And
You've always been like that.
Well, this-
I've always been
forever.
that.
I've known this guy forever.
Ever.
I'm curious, like how you guys all like got together and collaborated. Like, how did you guys meet?
Tell part of it, I'll tell the rest of it.
Yeah, come on, tell me some.
Okay, so he had contacted me on Facebook because he saw one of my videos on Facebook. And at first I was like, kind of creeped out because I didn't know who he was.
Like Ken?
I was like, you're this old guy. I got a lot
Old
of
guy?
I'm not down.
You're not.
No, I sent her a bunch of emails.
She's just super
I saw a
young,
video of
that's
her.
all.
I was
That's all.
younger.
I
I was like a couple years ago.
Yes, I was in this point where I was like, I like to like find someone and produce someone else.
Okay.
Instead of doing my own thing.
Right.
And so I was looking around on Facebook and looking around everywhere trying to find someone, and I went through a lot of different people. And what attracted me to Josie was the fact that in the post-American Idol culture, she was the opposite of that.
Right.
And
She
'cause
wasn't
what-
even in the post-American Idol culture because the post-American
I was
Idol
in the
culture
American
was
Idol
like
culture.
20 freaking years. They had 20
Well, I'm talking
seasons, man.
like after American Idol ended.
Okay.
So all people of her age or her demo, you know, like that kind of thing, grew
Okay.
up with thinking that that's how you're supposed to sound.
Right.
You're supposed to be overly dramatic when you sing. You're supposed to be like up and down and what and how many
Riffs
like,
everywhere.
riffs you can do,
Acrobatics.
vocal acrobatics you can do, and leaving out the feeling and the content of the song. And when I saw a video of hers on Facebook, and she was covering Mad World by Tears for Fears, and I've seen a couple of people do this because it became very popular because of Donnie Darko and
Right.
Gary Jules, I think his name was, covered it. So a lot of people do that version, but her version was super simple, super emotional.
Okay.
And had no up and downs, and I've seen people do it like, we're like, whoa! They're like going crazy doing this because that's what they think they should sing, because
Right.
American Idol told people that's how you should sing. And I saw that video and I'm like, oh God, I gotta work with this girl. I gotta work with this girl. This is the person I want to work with.
Cool.
So I sent her an email and she didn't answer.
Because she thinks you're an old man.
She thinks I'm because Facebook and people think they're, you know.
I've had
obviously.
multiple people talk to me like, "Hey,
Yeah.
I am this guy, and you should come, come to my basement, and I'll hypnotise you." That is actually.
Oh yeah, she had a guy that said he was gonna hypnotize her. Yes.
That was before he had messaged me,
yeah.
and I was like, I'm gonna let this one go for a minute.
Right.
Take a little breather after that.
So
one.
I sent her another message, like.
And I was like, "Dang, shut up."
A couple weeks after, I gave her some room. You know, it's like one of those things. Like, when do you call a girl? When do you call her like, you know, like so like you sent her like 2 weeks. I sent her another message, nothing. Sent her another message after that, nothing. Finally, I sent her like a really long message, like
showed credits and like
here's who I am.
like this is not serious shit, dude. I'm not joking.
Like I have a girlfriend. I live with her at the time. Like all this stuff. Like I'm not trying to like you know,
Be a creep.
Still nothing. Like hardcore. Like she was like cut me off. Like totally.
I was being safe.
Yeah, so I then saw, not that I'm stalking her, apparently this makes me sound like I stalked her Facebook like every day, like, what are you doing? I saw that she was doing a photo shoot with a friend of mine, Scott Sprague, who's done every photo,
like,
basically.
I know him.
Yeah, every photo of Josie since.
I'm like, okay, we're all right.
And Scott said, like, shooting Josie Pace today on Facebook, and I'm like, this is my it. So
Oh.
I've known Scott since the 80s.
Yeah.
So I texted Scott, and the funny text message was, all I texted Scott was, are you photoing, you know, taking photos of Josie Pace today? And I said, if you are, tell her I'm a musical genius. And that's all I said. That's all I said.
I love that. Though.
30 seconds later, I got a phone call from her.
Oh, no kidding.
I'm so sorry. I did not know who you were. Now that I know who you were, Scott just explained to me who you were, blah, blah, blah. And it was literally, I think she came down, we worked on a couple songs, and...
Came down as you were from where?
Clarkston.
She lives in Clarkston.
Plymouth.
I have a studio in Plymouth Rock Recording Company.
I know, I've
You've
done
been
stuff
used to
there,
it,
yeah.
And so I brought her down to the studio, and we started working on some songs, and she brought in a song called Torn, which we're going to play live later. And since we did Torn, it was like off to the races. After that, it was like boom. And then I called Mark, my buddy Mark.
You've known this guy forever.
Oh, I've known this guy for like
forever.
40 years.
Quick little,
so,
40
years.
little rundown on this.
And so I called Mark and I said, you got to get on this. Josie's amazing. You have to.
Which he's called me a number of times saying, I've got this great female artist. And I'm like, okay. And then it just kind of goes downhill, but this is.
Do you live here?
I currently live in Los Angeles.
He lives in
That's
Los
what
Angeles.
I thought.
Yes,
That's
but
why I was
technology allows us to
Ask him about his lunches in Hollywood. It's amazing.
But you guys have known each other for many,
It's all
many
about the
years.
Me and Mark played in a band called Sweaty Suede Lips in the early 2000s together. After I was in a band called Charm Firm back in the day.
Charm
And then we played in a band together, and then we've been, you know, pretty much put out a restaurant, a band called Cleanse. We did some stuff like that, and then we've produced a bunch of stuff.
Musical geniuses
Yeah,
that rub
we did.
penises.
Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah.
just joking.
So
Just
you know what?
kidding.
And he moved to LA about 5 years ago, and it was kind of hard because he lives in LA and I live here. And
Well,
we kind
stop, Mark.
I'm here
Quit
an
it.
awful lot, though.
He's in a and
I support.
it's really cool that he lives in LA because at first it was like, oh no, he's moving away, but he has like he has the West Coast covered, and then we have this covered, so things go back and forth, and it's easy for us to like. He meets so many people out there that help us.
You'll be able to book some shows out there. So.
Yeah.
So you, musically, like, how old were you when you got into music, and like, what was your influence to get into music? Where did that come from?
I was into music since I was born. My dad was a singer and a bassist, and my grandpa had played the drums for forever. So when I was in 6th grade, my parents had bought me my first guitar for Christmas, and I took lessons from 6th grade through 12th grade, and have been playing ever since and singing and whatever. And I've tried out for American Idol like a zillion times, tried out for The Voice a zillion times.
That
so.
surprises me.
Really?
Yeah. But I mean, like he was saying, maybe that's so commercialized where you're not
Definitely
commercialized. It's,
I already
that's what
found
makes
my
you,
niche, and
yeah.
they don't want someone
So
like
it makes you
that.
stand out. Like if I were to kind of describe a little bit where you're coming from my perspective, as from watching it, I would say kind of female 9 Inch Nailsy. Like that's kind of like the main thing I would relate it to.
Partly,
like I want to know who her
Josie has
influences
a lot of different influences. although we share a lot of similar influences.
Yeah.
She grew up in
Charm
more classic
Farm.
rock
No,
stuff.
I'm just joking.
No. She grew up
Oh,
in
yeah.
Big
she
fan.
grew up in the Eagles
Just joking.
and and a lot of like classic rock kind of
Bob
artists.
Seger.
Bob Seger, all that
Because
stuff.
your dad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we're
Me
primarily
too.
doing
Me too.
acoustic.
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, lots
When
of
she
that
came
stuff.
into the studio and we first talked, and I asked her what does she want to do, she said, "I don't want to be an acoustic artist."
Right.
And I said, "Okay,
Good.
great."
Good, I can do that.
Because there's an awful lot of female acoustic
Oh,
guitar players.
yeah.
Yes,
Taylor
there's
Swift.
like you.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you. Doesn't make any sense to me at this point. But like, I don't understand like if you own an acoustic guitar and you're female and you do YouTube videos of you playing acoustic guitar. There's like 50 men that do the
There's an awful
same
lot on the internet.
thing. You obviously.
I think it's easy watching for people. And, you know,
if you do it
it's
for
not-
fun and you
It's
want to
easy
do
for people to
it, that's
do.
fine.
They don't
Skims
wanna put
over
any
it.
effort into
Right,
it.
just skims it.
But if you want to do it and you're thinking that that's your stepping stone to maybe pursue a musical career, at this point in juncture and how things work, grabbing an acoustic guitar or a ukulele and playing that and singing on YouTube is like, if I was a record company executive, I'd be like, next.
Right.
Next. I mean, something new, something fresh, something different. So when she came and said that to me, I said, cool. She said to me, I'm sick of being labeled a folk artist.
Right.
I don't write
I
folk music.
hated
I
that.
just happen to play the acoustic guitar.
Right.
And I said, okay, no guitars at all. So we purposely went for the other side of the thing. I play synthesizers and that's my thing. And
We're thinking bassoon or
tuba.
What can we do with
So we went that route, and it doesn't mean we won't use guitars later, and we won't do something like that later. And we can play every one of our songs acoustically. Josie writes all the songs acoustically.
Okay.
She writes all the lyrics, all the songs acoustically, and she gives them to me.
I love what you guys do.
And then I turn them into like the electronic thing like that. But you can any song that she's done.
So you're doing the 9 Inch Nails.
I'm bringing that
He's
thing
the
in,
9 Inch
and I'm bringing the
Nails.
9 Inch Nails, the IMX, the electronic side of it.
I like the it's grindy.
Yeah, it's dark.
like,
Well, I always thought Detroit was very dirty
it's
like
like
that.
there's
Right, right.
grindy.
Oh, yeah.
All of us have driven the bridge over the Rouge River.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, we've all done that, right?
The noise it makes.
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
drive, and you're scared
Yeah.
that bridge is gonna fall in the way. So you drive over that bridge, and then you see like the flames shooting. It looks like Blade Runner, right?
yeah.
Doesn't it? It looks like Blade Runner.
I lived down there. I'm
Yeah,
like,
It's like there's yellow smoke. There's things. There's flames shooting up. All that. That kind of. I always thought Detroit had that feel to it. That dark, dirty,
Yeah.
dingy thing. And artists that have come from Detroit that have been like that. Iggy Pop. Even Bob Seger's. All those kind of guys came from. They have like a underbelly kind of darkness to them. And so we wanted to go with that. It's not glam in Hollywood like Hollywood over there.
Oh, stop. I figured out earlier this week that you cannot start the sentence. So I was having lunch in Hollywood without sounding like a pretentious ass, as they so
At
pointed
least
out.
you don't say it like that.
No.
Like that would make it be
I live there.
Oh, he
so
did.
it seems natural to
Yeah.
sound. So I'm having lunch in Hollywood the other day, and what I was saying is somebody knew who Josie Pace was without me having to hey, I'm working with this. That's all I was trying to say. But I caught so
Hollywood
much help
knows
from
me.
these
You're
guys.
Hollywood
saying-
girl.
because people say around here, like, I'm having lunch in Detroit today. People are like,
Exactly.
No,
It'd be
no,
like
everyone's in
Ferndale,
Hollywood.
right?
You're
Like,
clear.
because you don't know who could be in Hollywood. I mean, you could be hanging out with,
I'm out in Hollywood defending Detroit. Because people ask me, so where are you from? I'm like, Detroit. And sometimes I get that,
Are you gonna stab me?
Tell us everywhere you go
Well,
when you
there's
say
the thing. It's like
Detroit.
you said. It's always perceived as this dirty, grindy kind of.
But I love that. I almost don't want them. Downtown is getting better. Like we were talking about, like Cass. Oh my God! I remember when I was a kid and you were a kid.
It was all hookers.
It was hookers.
Drugs,
It was like that shitty
stayed out
hotel
of
right
the
there on the corner of
corridor.
Cass and like the freeway.
You wouldn't even dare drive.
No, you
down
wouldn't even
there.
dare get
No.
yeah. But now it's like all nice and Detroit's
Yeah.
becoming like this big foodie town
Yeah.
and like all these great
It is.
restaurants and all this stuff are happening and that's great. I hope it just doesn't lose that underground dirtiness to it.
There's
I
so
don't
much
think
space in this
I don't
town,
think it
and
will.
there's just
And
so
people's
much greatness.
attitudes.
Yeah.
Everybody feels
Downtown,
that way here.
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But there's just so much space in this town you can find.
Absolutely,
You know?
absolutely.
So we're gonna go right now. Actually, we're gonna check out some grittiness. We got "Torn," the new video by Josie Pace. Let's go check a look at that right now, shall we? And it's live in the studio. They did it just for us. Let's go check it out. Torn.
Torn.
Have you ever figured out why I've been alone? Have you ever seen me cry? Have you ever figured out why I would leave my home? You would rather die. Here I am, I'm falling apart, taking off the pieces of my broken heart. My hands are bleeding from your shattered love. I am Have you ever figured out why my eyes are blue like the sea? Have you ever seen me smile? Have you ever figured out why I shake when the sky turns gray? I've never been something you crave. There you go, you're fading away, swallowing the words that you ain't wanted to say. Your hands are bleeding from my shattered love. I am torn. Feel free to care whenever you can. Feel free to hold my hand. I've been waiting here for far too long. I am torn. Feel free to care whenever you can. Feel free to hold my hand. I've been waiting here for far too long. I am torn.
And that was Torn, yes.
Awesome.
In the studio, thank you for doing that.
Oh, you're welcome.
So tell me about that song.
Okay.
Like, where did all that come from in the soul?
I wrote that in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
You were deep as hell in high school.
Well, thanks. I've graduated from a kiddie pool to like a regular round pool right now. But yeah, I wrote that. I think it was senior year. But it was mostly about just, should I stay with this guy or should I leave this guy? And yeah, it became a song, and now it's
Now
pretty
he's a
awesome.
song.
Now he's a song.
What happened
and
to the
I
guy?
don't-
He's just sitting by the side of the road
Pretty
now.
much, I dumped him.
Exactly.
so-
Probably Facebook's her now.
No, he's got stalks
A lot
her.
of songs are written out of heartbreak.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely more of my beginning songs were heartbreak, and now they're just like, hey, I'm gonna break your heart.
Yeah, I love that. That's
There you
awesome.
go. And that was one of the first songs that we
That was we worked on a few songs previous to that song,
Yeah.
and we were kind of like, and then she brought me Torn, and I was like, and we started working on it, and we finished it, and we were like, this is our song, this is our thing,
Right.
and that's my favorite part of working with Josie is when I get the iPhone recordings of her an acoustic guitar that she sends me from her bedroom, like of her just writing. Hey Ken, I just wrote this song. It's like the best day of my life because it literally blows me away.
Christmas.
It is. It's like Christmas. It is like Christmas. I've been doing this for a long time. Kelly knows this. She's known me forever. Perfectionist, and I have this stuff. And when I get those songs, I feel small.
Right.
And that to me,
in a good way,
in a very good way, because Kelly knows I have a very big head. So and like well, like
wow,
cut.
Wow.
Anyway, no, I could be musically,
Exactly.
musically, and I feel really small when she sends me that stuff because the talent is so amazing that it puts me into a place where I'm just like, holy crap, I'm an amateur compared to her. Right. It's like, and then I take what she does and I try to make it better.
That's awesome.
You know? But that makes me feel amazing.
It's like a musical drug.
Yes,
It
yes, it
Now,
does. Yeah.
do you have a CD out with 12 songs or anything like that? Or
Nope.
you've been
Just
doing a lot of music videos. Now you have a music
videos
video
and
to Torn,
singles.
right?
Yeah, we have a music video to Torn, and then we have a music video for Battleground as well. But what we do is we work on a song, get it finished, get it recorded, and then once we have another song after that recorded, we release 2 at a time.
All right.
So there's like
it's a totally different angle we're trying with the whole, I think it's quite the dilemma. We're in this we've been in this transitional period where do you put out a hard copy of a CD?
Right.
Is that gone yet?
Yes.
Or is it hanging around? Do you do that? So we just tried
I kinda
something
like that
completely
you're
different and just
building up
started
and
spitting
up
out
before
singles
we
or
spit
2 at a
out the
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hide. The
Yeah,
whole
you're getting
CD.
known and
I just bought a laptop. It
fans
doesn't even have a
and
CD
stuff right
player.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So,
Like,
I mean, cars are not
they
being,
come with CD players
they don't come
anymore.
with CD players anymore.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of a throwback. This has happened in history
I'll
previously.
always use CDs.
I
I love
CDs.
CDs and I love vinyl.
I think
buy-
they sound better.
I buy vinyl like
too.
crazy, but it's kind of thrown back to what it used to be, say back in the 50s and early 60s. Back in the day when Elvis released a record, Elvis didn't release a record. Elvis released a single, and they released another single, and they released another single. And when he got enough of singles, they put them on record, and it was a long play record.
And then sold those songs again.
And
on
they sold
one
it.
form.
But the here's the thing is that people bought the 45s, but they really didn't buy the record.
Right.
The LP was the lower sales than the 45 sold more. The individual songs sold more. And we're kind of back to that kind of thing nowadays. People will buy an MP3 on iTunes or this stuff. They might buy an album.
They'd rather
by an
pick their
established
favorite
artist
3
or
songs
something,
off of
or
that
an artist.
album.
But if you're a new artist, to go, here's my 14 songs.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Here's a
that.
little thing for everyone that plays in Detroit. I don't want to see 17 songs when you play live. Even if I love your band,
Right.
17 songs.
yeah, oh my God, no.
I'll be honest,
Yeah.
I'm still one of those people that if I really love an artist and they release an album, I just buy the
Yeah, I'll buy the
little
CD
copy
too.
of it,
But
yeah.
even if it's
'Cause
a
I
local
want
artist and I
own
really
art
like a
for-
local
right,
artist
right,
and I
yeah.
go see them live
Right.
and they play like 17 songs, oh no, give me 9 and
Really
then
good
leave and
ones,
leave me
yeah.
wanting more,
Right.
as opposed to overdoing it and giving me like a ton of songs. And so we kind of took that kind of like stance on that kind of stuff.
Cool. Well, it sounds like you got a pretty good team here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Not only musically,
Your
but
keyboard.
Yes, I do
Synths.
like production.
I mean, what
Mark,
would you
Mark
call
does
it?
production and synths, and he
Right.
plays drums.
Drums.
And, yep,
Both
yep,
producers.
Yep.
Good guys.
So what do you guys have coming up here in
Well, we just did a
radio show,
radio thing in Akron, Ohio, right?
Yep.
And then
Tell them what it was. What was it called?
WAPS.
APS.
WAPS.
Sounds to me like a little Les Nessman thing going on.
If anybody
Oh, that you're dating yourself there.
Yeah.
Johnny Fever
Johnny
is there,
Fever.
and
Josie loves doing radio interviews, by the way.
she hates it.
Oh, yeah?
Well, you're doing good.
Yeah, she just lets us talk.
I let them talk because all I do is sing. So
They make you look
Singing's my
good, though.
thing.
They make you look real good, though. Both musically and in the interviews and the outfits that
Yes.
he selects.
Yes.
We go shopping
I
together.
bought
You
both of
look
these things on
amazing.
Amazon, and I had them shipped to her. So
There you go. These two.
A little shout out to Amazon. There's your
Yeah.
Prime member.
Website. websites and Facebook and all that? How
Yeah,
people
JosiePace.com. You can find me on Facebook at Josie Pace. I think it's Josie Pace GSM, Golden School Media, and Instagram. I guess I'm on there.
Started our own company.
Well, you know, I was having lunch in Hollywood.
Exactly. Next thing you know.
Nice.
So just, you guys, I would definitely say just go to Google, type in Josie Pace, JosiePace, and you're going to find all her Instagram, her Facebook, all that should come right up when you type in Josie Pace.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
And including her new video, which we're going to go to now. We want to thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Coming on
Thank
the
you
show tonight.
for having us.
We love you.
Yeah.
We do.
Make sure you come back real soon. We're going to go
We
right
will.
now to Josie Pace video called Battleground.
Battleground.
Rocks. Once again, tune in Tuesday. Holly,